Eyewitness.
Thank you, Marcus. And as we mentioned earlier, today grief counselors are at hand at Farmingdale High School to try to help students, teachers, and faculty just trying to make sense out of this tragedy.
Our team coverage continues with Eyewitness News reporter Tom Negevin. He is live at the high school. Tom.
Right, Lauren and David, police are here. There's a small memorial just out front, some candles, a flag, some flowers, and a sign. And yes, incredible grief. In fact, it was visibly on display as students and staff arrived here this morning. You could see it, you could feel it. The school is in session, but as you mentioned, grief counselors are being made available to students and staff who need them. And just by all indications here, there will be significant need. We saw tears, we saw hugs as students and staff arrived this morning. The buses carrying the students from the trip returning last night. Many of their fellow students say they first learned of this as young people do these days through texts and through social media. The two fatalities, 77-year-old Beatrice Ferrari, a retired social studies teacher, chaperone on this trip. The school district calling her the heart and soul of the marching band program. The high school's beloved band director, Gina Pelletieri, who students affectionately called Miss P, also lost her life, a single mother to a 2-year-old. Those who knew her say she loved her job, loved her students, and made a big impact on them. Nassau County's chief executive providing us with a few new details about this horrible tragedy just minutes ago.
Beatrice Ferrari was a chaperone. She had been doing this for years. She was a volunteer. She loved to go on school trips, especially the trips with the band because they were so much fun. Our hearts go out to her family, as well as our hearts go out to the family of Gina Pelletieri. Gina was the band leader, and she was beloved. I talked to the students. I talked to the parents. They love Gina. It's a tremendous loss for Farmingdale High School. Again, our condolences. Please keep their families in your prayers.
She was loud, welcoming. She was always ready to have a good time. I mean, she was just making the environment great for all of us. She was just such a leader, such a tour de force. She was incredible. She was just something else. I just want to thank Miss P for not only bringing music, helping bring music into my life, but for everyone else that she, even just a little bit, brought some music in too, because I think that's important. And she was really important, and she's going to be incredibly missed.
Just incredibly difficult to hear some of these stories, but just remarkable to hear how friends, family members, current and former students and other faculty remember both of these people. Miss P, as they knew her in particular, just remembered as a larger-than-life figure with a huge passion for her students, a huge passion for music. People coming and going here, as you'll see behind me and around us, a lot of media as well. And given all that's happened, all the grief, just so the folks at home know, it's important to give the people here their space and their room to grieve. That's going to be a long process. We are doing that. It's an important story to cover, and there's a ton of media here covering it. It's important to tell it, but also important to provide that space and room for the grieving process, which will take some time. And again, the school district assuring us that all the resources necessary for students and staff will be made available to them as they continue to go through that process. Live in Farmingdale, Tom Negevin, Channel 7. Eyewitness News.
All right, Tom, thank you so much. And stay with Eyewitness News as we follow the investigation into this deadly bus crash. And as we get new information, we'll be bringing it to you on air and online at ABC7NY.
I'm going to turn to the weather right now. Nice day outside, but don't get